What's up, family? What's up, supporters? How's everything going? As most of you, I'm sure, um, already know about the wildfires that we've had out here. Well, supposedly wildfires. Um, I don't believe that, but most of you know by now about the excuse me, about the fires that we had out here in Altadena and various other places. Um, Me myself, I'm from Altadena, um, close knit community north of Los Angeles, California. Um, let me give you the rundown about Altadena, because I've been living in Altadena for 40 plus years, on and off. I mean, I lived in other places too. I lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I lived in Glendale, California, Covina, but I will always end up going back to Altadena, California, because that's where I was born. That's what I mean, not born, but that's where I was raised. So it owes a part in my heart and existence. Altadena is a very close knit community. A lot of homeowners, not a lot of renters. Most of the people in Altadena are homeowners and have had their homes from generation passed down through they've had their homes from generation to generation. A lot of old houses, old school houses in Altadena. Um, People, I would say developers, land developers, and of that such, and I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Um, they've had their sights on Altadena for a for a long time. Um, there have been people who've been offered to, they have been offered a certain amount of money for their houses, which is probably more than likely way lower than what it actually is. So they offer them a little bit of money, and one thing about people in Altadenians, um, they're not easily bought off. Not at all. I mean, excuse me. They're not easily bought off. So most people in Altadena are not going to just sell their homes, because most of them lived in their homes for decades. Like I said, passed down from generation through generation. Um, Most of them are, you know, they've had their homes for a long time. You get my point. So these people have had their uh, land developers, and they've been wanting to take over Altadena for a long time. And like I said, people in Altadena aren't easily bought off. They're That's one thing I love about people in Altadena. So majority of the people in Altadena, like, now there may be some that have sold their homes, but the majority of them said no, we're not. The majority of Altadenians are 100% pro small business. Um, they believe in patronizing and supporting small business. They're not into the big corporate brand stores and all of that. As a matter of fact, They didn't even want Audis up there. They was fighting to have that not, be up there. So very, 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 very strong small business friendly environment community. Um, always have been, even when I was a kid up there. A lot of small businesses, and the community supports them. They get a lot of support from the community. Um, yeah, man. And see what else I can add to this, man. What else? What else? So, so very, very, very small business friendly Altadena. Um, if you have a small business in Altadena, trust me, you're gonna get a lot of support because the community supports small business. Very, 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 very supportive. Yeah, of the small business, and I'm just going off the top freestyling. So a lot of people in Altadena are have refused to I guess buckle. Refuse to sell their home. So, and I'm not stating this off facts. I'm just going off of gut feeling and what I've witnessed. Uh, so if these developers can't buy you out, and this has happened throughout throughout history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all the way back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I mean, black people have always been. We've always had, our communities and things replaced, and we've always had our stuff, our people burnt out of their communities. But you know, they still do it. They still do that to this day. Except they don't just do it to black people; they're doing it to everybody now. Uh, so if you don't sell your home and they can't buy you out, the next thing they do is well, we just burn their ass up out of their community. Um, we just burn them out. Same thing happened in Hawaii. I did content on that. The Maui fires. Same thing. You know, burned them out. The locals. They wasn't willing to sell out, sell their property. So burned them out. And it's the same thing that's happening out today. Today, this is 100%. I feel, and I'm not saying what I'm saying is facts. So I just want to put that out there. But I'm just saying how I feel. I believe this is 100% a land grab. You know, it's a land grab. Out of all the years I lived in Altadena, and I lived through multiple wildfires, never have I seen it take on this type of characteristic. Have I ever seen a wildfire just skip houses and blocks? You have some houses that's not even touched. Not even living close to the mountain. Let me remind you, living blocks away from the hills, from the mountain. Never have I seen a wildfire do that. You know, um, blocks and blocks away, you see some houses on fire, and you might not see another house on fire, and this house over there might be on fire. This house over there is not touched. It's just real weird, man. So I believe these fires are intentionally set. I believe that it was done to run people off their property so they can come in and rebuild, buy it, pennies off the dollar and rebuild. Who knows? They probably want to put a. Wouldn't surprise me. They would probably want to make it into a smart city, man. That's what these idiots want to do now. These idiotic liberals and shit. Uh, so it wouldn't surprise me if they wanted if they try to turn Altadena into a smart city, man. Um, would it wouldn't surprise me, but this is intentionally done. It's done. It was done on purpose. It was planned. I believe this was planned ahead of time. Um, and I'm not buying this bullshit that this was caused by a wildfire. There's nothing wild about this, man. Like I said, I've been in multiple wildfires, and yeah, you will have to worry. You will have to worry about some houses being burned down, but it was usually the houses that was like directly up against the mountain or lived in the mountain, in the hills, in the hill areas. Those were the houses that usually would get burned down. And a lot of times, even those wouldn't get burned down. So, how is it that out of all the years we've had all these wildfires and it's never burned down majority of the town that's far away from the mountains and far away from the hills? So, it just the math doesn't add up, man. It makes no sense. And I know a lot of people that's not buying the bullshit. You know, it's call it what it is, man. It's a land grab. You finally you finally got it. You finally got Altadena, man. You finally burned everybody out. So, you can come in there and modernize it. Put up your apartment complexes everywhere because you ain't gonna build no homes because you guys are anti homes. You're anti home ownership. You're pro renters. That's all you want. That's basically all you want in California. You want renters. You don't want homeowners. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it real. California is an um, it's anti land owner and anti home ownership, but pro renter. They want everybody in apartments and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But most people that are from Altadena are waking up, and we already know that this is a straight up land grab. You know, that's what it is. We're not buying the wildfire narrative. We ain't buying that. So thanks for tuning in. Um, much respect, prayers. Those that lost everything. I'm fortunate. I didn't lose my place, but I can't get to my place because now they got you know, the National Guard up there. They got a curfew. Um, let's call it what it is, aka martial law. That's what it is. You got National Guard up there. You're talking about people looting. Okay, if that's the case, why not let people go up there and protect their property and get their things, man? Come on, man. Now you got martial law up in Altadena, not allowing people to get to their stuff. And who's to say that there's so much corruption out here, man? Who's to say that you guys aren't the ones that's looting? I'm talking about the sheriffs. I'm talking about the National Guard. Who's to say that y'all ain't the ones that's ransacking shit, going through shit? So something is not right for you to not allow citizens to to collect their stuff. To go check out their property, collect their stuff. So let me know what y'all think, man. I'm out. Peace and love.